Protecting personal data is not only impossible to do manually, but General Data Protection Regulation or GDPR dashboards are ideal for tracking the whole picture while still being able to take action on individual assets and configuration items. Let's look at a GDPR compliance dashboard to see how this view can make your work easier and decisions clearer. Hi, Matt Barron, Product Specialist at InvGate. Dashboards are a great tool to visualize and drill into the fleet, assets, and states of your assets and infrastructure. And importantly, you can visualize your in-scope GDPR-compliant assets, but also automate data control and portability for the people with whom you do business. Now, the goal of GDPR compliance is to reduce the risk of breach and abuse, while demonstrating that you can not only maintain responsible control, but also manage the system information for assets and configuration items, or CIs, that process personal data. In short, you need to keep track of all the stuff that have personal data on it. Let me demonstrate how InvGate Service Management and InvGate Asset Management can help, as well as how we would report compliance and processing details on dashboards. First, you need to know all of your devices that contain personal data. These systems should be tagged and searchable among all your assets. It's important that these assets be easily found, tracked, and properly handled, of course. Tags is GDPR. Now, these devices can be searched for and we can manage them with the extra care that's needed, but we can also build out a map of those devices and systems that capture, store, and process personal data. This map will show us how the data flows from our POS systems into our POS processing systems. Now, from a dashboard perspective, this chart shows our in-scope PCI assets, and it lets me quickly navigate them. So I can see who has access to them by navigating to the device itself. So here's a GDPR active asset, and I can see Thomas Lennox is in charge of that. I can also go into the actual device and see who has logged into it. So I can see this Facundo is logging into it as opposed to Thomas. So I need to check out what's going on here. I can also see the contracts that are associated with this device. So if it's owned by someone else, I can see that. Now, for computers, you can also set this condition for health over here, and this can be set for compliance as well. This health meter will quickly determine which in-scope devices are compliant and which ones are at risk. So if a firewall is disabled or the antivirus is disabled, this health will switch to critical. Now, this health can be summarized on the dashboard as well. So you can see in the top left here, I've got 2 that are in safe health status and 2 that are in unhealthy status. I can go to these and see specifically why they're unhealthy. It looks like the warranty is expired, which isn't that big of a deal, but I would want to check if the firewall and antivirus were turned on. Next, beyond the regular machines that you know have access to personal data, there are teams that will be granted personal data on an as-needed basis. This could be departments like consumer affairs, customer service, research and development, or sub-teams like marketing or customer advocacy. So here is where that automation lives. It's going to live in InvGate Service Management. With Service Management, you will automate the requests to manage data. So your users can go in here and say, I need to make a GDPR request, either to delete data, report an incident, change a role, get data specifically for a specific purpose, and then also for subject requests as well as customer information. Now, I've created simple forms with automation to track these access requests, and we can, of course, use workflows to call APIs and pull that information as much as we need to. So for something like a GDPR deletion request, we can make it so that the form simply asks what customer you need to delete the information for, throw in a web service out to that system to delete the data, and if we need to, we can even throw an approval in here before the data gets approved or before the data gets deleted. But the idea behind capturing these GDPR operational activities is that each of these requests can have workflows associated with them, and we can see them go through. The API automation will grant access and revoke it. But once you start using it for some time, it'll start to inform your GDPR actions. And you'll be able to share these dashboards with anyone in the company to collaborate on fixing discrepancies and chasing documentation. Now, on the service management dashboard, I can kind of see the operations. I could filter this to just show me stuff from this week or this month. I might want to see, what locations are asking for these things or which teams are handling them. But really, the most important thing is looking at these security incidents, right? These are going to be high priority incidents where access to GDPR data has been exposed, and it's something where you want to get ahead of it and on top of it as soon as possible. So not only should this exist on your GDPR dashboard, but this should also exist on your prioritization dashboard as well. I hope this gives you some idea for the level of automation and dashboard reporting in InvGate Asset Management and InvGate Service Management. To learn more about InvGate solutions or to get a full feature 30-day trial, visit try.invgate.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you again soon.